Alyssa, Persuasive Speech. So in high school, a lot of people have a place where they fit in, a niche. Sometimes this is in athletics, sometimes it's in the drama department, the visual art department. Some people are band geeks, some people are, nerds, jocks, what have you, but everyone deserves a place to fit in. For many students, this place is within some kind of arts department, whether it's visual arts or performing arts. Unfortunately, many public schools nationwide are being forced to cancel art programs due to budget cuts and lack of funding, which has actually contributed to the high school dropout rate. Increasing government funding for these art programs will help decrease dropout rates by providing creative outlets and improving a variety of skills in students. First, let's take a look at the nation's high school dropout and graduation rate trends. From 1990 to 2010, the national graduation rate rose from around 73% to 78%, and since then it has hovered between 75% and around 80% during that time. While that sounds really good, that's still at least 20% of high school students not graduating nationwide, and this, in my opinion, is still too many. A study by Meredith Colliner in 2009 found that high school dropout rates are actually higher in schools with less access to art education programs. Also, the Center of Arts Education did a massive study in New York City in 2009, and their results are as shown. For graduation in arts education, they found that the top third of graduation rates, that's schools within the top third of the highest graduation rates, had the most access to arts education programs as well as the most resources to arts education. And the bottom third, consistently across the board, found that schools with the lowest graduation rates had the least access to arts education and the least resources and support for the arts. Now, a lot of people say that, correlation does not necessarily mean causation. What does this mean? This means that maybe, perhaps, the fact that these schools don't have access to art programs doesn't necessarily mean that that is the sole reason that these students are dropping out. However, for the study that the Center of Arts Education did, they cited that in several national studies over the past decade, students at risk of dropping out cite participation in the arts as their reason for staying in school. What is arts education programs? Basically, these cover a wide array of different kind of programs. There's music, whether it's instrumental music or choral music. There's dance, there's drama, there's visual arts. And what are the benefits of arts educations? They provide creative outlets for students, as well as they help actually to deter delinquency, as the Center of Arts Education found in 2009, and they also improve a variety of skills. These are critical thinking skills, visual and spatial skills, self-expression, cooperation, and social skills, as the Arts in Action Foundation in 2014 found. And these help improve the student as a whole in all their other classes. And actually, the Arts in Education Foundation 2014 also found that SAT scores for students who studied the arts for 4 years had an average of 103 points higher than students with no coursework or experience in the arts. So a lot of people who participate in arts actually have higher SAT scores. So, despite extensive research and studies on the benefits of arts education, the number of arts programs in schools has continued to decline. Michelle Holcomb in 2007 said that the local and federal governments have been cutting arts programs from grade school curriculum for years. This is a nice little cartoon that is interesting and pretty representative about how arts programs have been cut from curriculum. Decreases in government funding have forced schools to cut programs from curriculum. There's just not enough money for quality teachers, for effective learning spaces, and for the programs themselves and the resources that are needed. These program cuts, the Center of Arts Education in their study in 2009 found that over the course of 10 years, These are the programs, music, visual arts, dance, and drama and theater, that have had different cuts. So for music, 94% of elementary schools had these music programs for 10 years. However, if you look over at dance and drama and theater, the percentage went from 20% to 3 and 4% in a matter of 10 years. And that number has continued to hold pretty steady. Teachers are losing their jobs and their ineffective learning spaces. One of the reasons for this is that the Obama administration has actually withdrawn support for the National Endowment for the Arts. That is to say that they have an inconsistency within their budget requests. This is the trend of the amount of budget requests for Congress that President Obama has made throughout the years. He normally requests around $154,000, but then only provides around millions of dollars for the National Endowment for the Arts. The National Endowment for the Arts is a huge proponent for arts education. And this year, actually, $25 million were given to the U.S. Department of Education Arts and Education Program. And this year, President Obama has requested $0 for the U.S. Department of Education Arts and Education Program. So as you can see, there are huge budget cuts for arts education. What's the solution? Provide more money for the National Endowment for the Arts. This will boost arts programs and their involvement and their quality, and give students a place where they fit in, and provide those creative outlets. But what can you do as an individual? You can support the local arts. You can go see a high school play, go see a band concert. If you support the arts, you can help by improving the quality of the arts education that takes place in these high schools. Keep kids in school, save the arts. Thank you.